All right, let's go over a concept called pin before passing. So this is all about establishing the grips that you want to pin someone in side mount before you even get there. And that way it's easier to establish the guard pass and the side mount position. So let's look at the example of a knee cut. Well, let's say first of all, when I land on the side, I want an underhook and head control, right? That's kind of the ideal situation. Or maybe I want to control the arm and sit out. Either way, I want that upper body position before I pass his legs, before I get my legs free. So I'm gonna take my time here establishing that underhook, establishing that arm control or head control. And then once I'm chest to chest, pinning his back to the floor, then I will pass the guard. This is something that gives newer students a hard time. They rush through the pass and they don't establish that upper body control. And it's also the reason why, if you're a newer student, you may notice that the higher belts take their time in certain positions. And this is a great example of why we do that as higher belts. We want to establish control before we move to the next position. So if, for example, and this is a scenario that's really common with newer students or lower belts, my body's in the knee cut position relative to his body, but I haven't established any upper body control. I haven't pinned him yet. So we see this often where I might knee cut and now he scrambles back up to his feet or up to his knees or recovers his guard. And that's why it's problematic. You may be able to counter his defense. Let's say, for example, I knee cut and he starts to come up. I might be able to switch sides and still establish good position, but it's extra effort. It's less efficient, and the goal is to be as efficient as possible. So with another example, let's look at the stack pass. It's the same thing, right? You don't want to just do this and give him a chance to roll free. You want to establish the same grips that you want on the side. So you're going to the collar and you're going to the belt. And you stack them, you pin them. And then when you push your chest out, lift your head up, it's a lot harder for them to move now because you don't have to make any adjustments. So you're able to pin them and control them a lot better. So this concept is easier applied to certain passes. Again, the knee cut is probably the best example. But think about that with whatever pass you're doing. Try to establish the upper body grips, the upper body position, and pin them before you actually free your legs and pass their guard.